Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Every day is a blessing. Today has been a blessing, and I'm very grateful to be here. My name is Nana. I am from Ghana. Yeah, Nana from Ghana. Ghana is a country in West Africa. Yes, it's very close to Nigeria. So literally, if you're driving to Nigeria and you make right, you'll be in Ghana. Oh man, I came here 3 months ago. I got a job as an adjunct professor in a school here to come and teach African music and dance. That is my specialty. And this school has an ethnomusicology program, and apparently they were using African music and dance as their folklore for the PhD program, right? So that was like a very legit big job, like really serious job, real job, right? Adjunct professor, big title, right? So the first week I showed up at the school, they gave me this big book, the faculty, right? About the do's and don'ts as a professor, what to do, what not to do, equity, courtesy, and all those things, things to do, how to behave, in a nutshell, how to behave, and this is my first job teaching in America, so it was a very good book for me to, be very serious about, all, the bureaucracies, the policies, and, what to do and what to not to do and stuff like that as an adjunct professor, right? But the first 10 pages of the book got me scared, all right? Very terrifying, man. It's all about you cannot talk to, female students, you cannot date your female student, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot do that. And anytime I see the female student thing, it got me very, very traumatized. I'm like, whoa, I should be very careful here, man. I don't want to be sued. I don't want the school to be sued. I don't want to offend anybody by saying something wrong. There's all those cultural things which are different from where I'm coming from, right? I'm a dance teacher. I'm used to teaching women dance, but it's a very different environment, and they want me to know, things to do because they know I'm from Africa, right? So the bottom line is, I told myself I'm going to be very careful with the women, and if possible, won't even talk or associate myself with them after class, just to, keep it simple, clean and simple, right? So in 2 weeks, they gave me a TA. Her name is Christina. Christina is 5'2" tall, very beautiful lady, and she was a PhD student too, right? So Christina was my TA. Now, when I go to the class, I teach all the dance, I do all my moves, I do all my, all my signature moves, and all those oh man, I like this movement, I show them all my moves, right? Yes, sir, Oh, that one too. You remember this one? Yes, I do that one too over there, man. They love it, man. I love it, man. I love to dance, man. It's a prerequisite to my being, right? Dance is in my blood, man. I love to dance, right? And I can brag about it all day. So check this out, right? 2 months into me hanging out with Christina and teaching, there was rumor on campus that we may be dating or something's going on because I only hang out with Christina. When you see me, you see Christina. When you see Christina, you see me. 2 days in a week when I'm in campus teaching or on campus teaching, after dancing in the class, I don't really want to hang out with my students. I run away when I see them. So they have the tendency to speculate. And mind you, my class was 85 students, and 83 of them were all women, right? And only, 2 were men. For some reason, most men here don't like dancing. I don't know why, right? So the bottom line is, 3 months into teaching, Christina sent me a text just a week ago, right? And she said she's sick, so she cannot be at my final presentation. I said, oh, she's sick. So I asked my roommate, if someone is sick here, especially my friend Christina, this lady has helped me a lot, being my TA, helping me with translation and whatnot. What do I have to go give to her to prove to her, that I care about her and stuff like that? She's sick, I need to be there and support her, right? And my roommate said, oh, just go get her some apple, banana, or something. Women here like fruits. So I went to the Safeway store to get her apples, right? But when I got into the Safeway store, I got confused because the apples, there were like 20 different types of apples, like from Guatemala, from Belize, from Indonesia, and we don't have apples in Africa, right? So these were different color of apple, like, all sort of colors of apple, and some are bigger, some are smaller. So I was just trying to, use my hand to weigh them, try to find the best deal and stuff like that. So that took me some time, right? So I text Christina, I said, Christina, I'll be at your house at 9. Because my presentation is at 10 p.m. So I'm going to be at your house at 9 p.m. to see you. Then from there, I'll walk to my presentation. Christina lived on campus, student housing. I live on campus, student housing. She lives at B33. I know it because every time we walk by her place, she says, B33, that is where I live. If you need anything, come over. And I said, no, in my mind, I said, I would never go there. The book says I shouldn't go around where after school, that is it. So I never went to see her at where she lived, but I know where she lived because it's 2 blocks from where I live. We're on Spring Campus, right? So now, but now I need to go there. I need to go give her the gift, right? So 9 o'clock, I started making my journey to Christina's place, right? Now, 10 minutes into making my journey, I realized, oh, I cannot go and give my friend a gift by just holding it. I need to put it into something to make it look presentable, right? So I walked back into my room to get something which I thought was all right, but apparently that became an issue, right? So I went back into my room to get a rubber. Yes, to get a rubber bag, all right? Yes, you see, in Africa, if you go to a store and you buy any product, right? Anything you buy in the store, what they give you is a rubber bag, right? Here, they give you a plastic bag. So the equivalent of your plastic bag is what we call rubber bag, right? So, I went to my room to get my rubber bag to put the apples in it. It's just 4 apples, right? But I just want to put it in the bag so it looks presentable. It's a gift, right? So I got to Christina's place like 9:30, right? When I got there, the door was cracked open, the light was dim. So I stood there and said, Christina, I'm here. This is Nana, Kwesi. I'm here to see you. Then she said, come in. So I walked in, but the light was dim, so I couldn't see her. I couldn't find where she was, right? Then all of a sudden, she held me from behind, right? So I turned over and I held her back, right? So I was holding her, but whatever she was wearing was a little bit, I couldn't figure it out, and like she's this tall, so I'm like bent like this, like I'm whispering to her ears. I'm like, Christina, what are you wearing? Why, what? Your light went off. Why is it so dark here? And then she said, oh, I was just in the shower when I heard you calling, so I just rushed up from the shower. Like, oh, so literally she's like practically naked, having a towel on, right? Or a rope on, or whatever she has on, because I can't see it, but it didn't feel like a clothes. It was like something like, like a towel or a rope or something, right? So I'm holding it. And I said, Christina, I'm sorry I'm late. I could have been here earlier. And she said, oh, I knew you were going to be late. I said, no, I swear to God, Christina. 9 o'clock, I was coming here, right? Making my way to your place, right? Then I realized I can't come here with the apples, which is a gift I bought for you, without my rubber. And she said, what? I'm like, yes. So I went back to my room to go get my rubber. That is why I'm late. And she said, whoa. I knew there was something going on between me and you, and I kind of felt it, but I wasn't expecting it to be this fast, But all the same, if you brought the rubber and you want to ask to talk about it, maybe after the presentation you should come over here. You can have tea. We can hang out here. You can even, spend the night here. We can, talk about things. I said, no, talk about things and spend the night here. Why? Why should I do that? The presentation is from 10 to 12. It's going to be too late. After that, I need to go home. I'm just sorry. My apologies. I could have come here earlier, but I needed to bring my rubber. And she said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you brought the rubber and the apple, and I'm feeling a little bit all right, I'm quite, strong today. All I'm saying is, I can come get you after the presentation, or you can come after the presentation, and we can drink some tea, relax, and chill. It's Friday night. We can relax, chill, watch some TV or something like that. And I'm like, whoa, why is this guy talking about rubber, TV, chill, tea? I've never visited you in your room before. I've never drank tea with you outside the school campus before. Why do I want to do that tonight, of all nights when you're sick? So I couldn't really get it. I was like, what is going on? So I said, no, y'all think about it. So I went to my presentation. After the presentation, I went home. I went straight home, right? So the next morning, Saturday morning, around 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm hanging out with my roommate, and I told my roommate, like, hey, check this out, right? I went to Christina's place yesterday to go give her the gift like you told me. I bought the apples, right? And when I got there, so, I have to, narrate it in such a way that it looks like a movie, right? Because, that guy thing, the whole macho thing, I'm like, so, I went there, I opened the door, boom, boom. So, Christina, I am here. Nana, I've come to see you. And the light was dim, and all of a sudden, she held me and I held her back, and I was holding her. Then my friend asked, so then what happened? I'm like, yeah, I was holding her and I was telling her, I could have been here earlier, but, I couldn't have, I needed to go get my rubber. And my roommate said, whoa, you the man. I knew you got a game going on, man. So did you tap the thing? I said, did I tap what? He said, oh, so you didn't spend the night there? I'm like, no, this is why I'm confused, because she offered me to come back and drink tea after my presentation, which is like 12 midnight, and I was confused, because I told her I would have been there earlier, and she kept on mentioning the rubber, and I was so confused. So that is when my roommates told me what the rubber meant. Man, Apparently, rubber meant condom. Can you believe it? Somebody who have been given this big book to read. Man, I felt so embarrassed. So embarrassed. Now I know what I said was so bad. Like holding it literally, somebody came from the shower holding it literally in the dim light talking about rubber over and over again. Man. So now when I see Christina coming this way, I go that way. So embarrassed, so ashamed. It took me 1 week to overcome that because it took her 1 week to finally talk to me and say, hey, I knew you didn't know what we're talking about, but what we're saying, this is what it meant. Jargons, language, grammatical jargons, whatever jargons. Man, you need to be careful, man. It's the same English I think I was speaking, but apparently I was saying something really, really terrible. That's what happened, man. Yes, that's what happened. Thank you all. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you all, and see you again. Bye-bye. Drive safe. Be safe.